and Native American. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that shit go. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. Ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Right. If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that. That shit go right. If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that right. That shit go.
Wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the scene, something you don't understand. Getting tough from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar here hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? When anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before
that shit go.
Nah, for real though.
If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that right. That shit go.
Nah, for real though.
If shit go, you best get right, or you'll get you got that.
Y'all about to put me out the shop right there. Move that song. Move that song. Move that song. The Father we fear. The Father we fear. Yehovah. Yehovah. Israel. 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 Right. Shalom, Yahweh, Shri Yahweh, Thumb to all the Akim out there, and Yahweh Shemar, Thumb, Shri Yahweh, all the Akwakian out there. This is the Baltimore Sabbath Service, April 18, 2026. All right. And this is just for me up here when I say Imadium. Imadium. Lions up. Okay, this is for everybody. Imadi. Wapanya Hakwadam, which means rise and face the east. The east is behind me. When it says Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. The Lord's Prayer, Abanah, Shabbat Shemai, Wadash, Hayat, Shumka, Yahab, Malak Bakka, Leva'ah, which is Isaac, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratasa, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemai, Nathanael, Lakam, Call, Yawan, what's locked now? Kabawak now, Kasalak now, Kabawak now, Wala'ah, Labi'ayna, Manasai 1, Abal, Hawashayna, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalaka, Waha'ala, Waha'ara, La'aywalamim, Amar. We'll do this in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, bear with me 1 second. Water for everybody's patience. We're in the second prayer. This is Hakat, the power. Yahak, Bahashim Yahabashah, Babushah, Nathanael, Hakat, Hakat, Larapa'ah, Kamaka Allah, Wakal Madawa, Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazariah, Hakat, Lahakia, Hamakia, Hakat, Arakal Allah, Hatama'ala, Lakarashani, Bahashim Yahabashah, Bawara. And this is in the English. Yahweh, In the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. This is to bless Israel, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, Barak Lanah, Rayasha'ala, Wahabayah, Sapar, Barak, Bahashim Yahweh, Bawad Ahmad. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school, in the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. This is Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha, Ayah, Ahahari, Ma'ayah, Yaba'ah, Izari, Ma'ai, Ya'ab, Aisha, Shamayah, Wa'aratasa, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Ayanawam, Shamar, Hanat, La'ab, Yanawam, Wala'ab, Yayashan, Shavamar, Yasha'ala, Yahab, Shamarka, Yahab, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yaminka, Yavamam, Hashamash, La'ab, Yakaka, Oyarak, Balayala, Yahab, Yashamarka, Makolra, Yashamar, Atapashka, Yahab, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wa'aka, Mayata, Wa'ai, Awalam, Amar. And then this is in the English. I will lift my eyes into the hill. From whence comes my help? My help comes from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not suffer. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, even forevermore. So be it. This is Psalm 83. Allahai, Alta Mayalaka, Alta Karash, Ra'alta Shakwat, Al Kayahana, Awiyaka, Yahweh Yawan, Umishanaika, Nashawa, Ra'at, Al Aimaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawa, where you tell your answer to what? After that, Wendika, Amar, Lakawa, Wanakakia, Magolia, Wala'a, Yasakar, Shamya Sha'an, Iwa, Kaya, Nawa'at does the what? La, Yachadwa, Ayaka, Baryat, Yakaraswa, Ahoya, Arawam, where you Shama'at Aliyah, Mawa'aba, Wahagari, Gabor, Wa'amalam, Wa'amalak, Palashat, and Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashabor, Delawat, Aimam, Hayawat, Zarawat, Labandilawat, Salah, Aitalaham, Kamadin, Kasayatara'a, Kayabin, Benakal, Koyashwan, the Shamadwa, by Ayanda Arak, Hayawat, Daman, La Adama, Sayatamwa, Nayadawa, Ka'ira, Ukaza'aba, Ukazaba, Ukazazomana, Konasaya, Kamwa, Shah, Amar, the Yerusha, the Nawa, no Aslaki, no Awa, Alahaya, Sayatamwa, Kagogla, Kakwach, La Penyabraka, Ka'at, the Ba'aya Aya, Okalahaka, the Lahat, Harian, Khan, the Radatma, was the Irika, what was the Paka, the Bahalam, Balaa, Panyaham, Kwalawan, where you Bakwashma, Shamka, Yahweh, your Bashwa, where your Bahawa, Ayai, where your Kaparwa, where your Batwa, where your Da'aiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shimka, Yahweh, Labaka, Ayawan, Alkal, Ba'arakata, Amma. This is in the English. Keep not thy silence from Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and insulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against it. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarene, Gabal, and Ammon, and Ammon, the Philistine, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher is also joined them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, and to Sisera, and to Jabin, and the brook of Son, which perished at Endor. They became as dung from the earth. Make their nobles like a rat, and like the yea, all their princes, and Sabbath, and as Zamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, and the fire burns the wood, and the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper, to make them afraid, with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all the earth. So be it. This is the blessings of the power structure, or Rakatha Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Allah Hayim, Matazab Yahweh, Allah Wak Yahana, Ha Allah Wakin, Ha Saranian, Ha Kwatazayan, Ha Kayayoyan, wa Ha Akwakian, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh. And in English, blessed be Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the age, commanders of Yahweh, the general, the captain, the officer, the trooper, and the system, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. These are the curses. Blessed be Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, by prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter to that sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the courts, the prisons, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, and the synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay boom, the lesbian boom, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channel and the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of the people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way and try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plague. Let loose all the plague. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague take the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucer, punish all the heathen that come up against us, and to speak thy word. Because we know by all that it is the angels that have done it. Because we spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Because we're shaking the come. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. So be it. Turn. Sister Yashad, you can be seated. Second verse with me. Right. We are in the book of Numbers. All right, just to review really quickly, last time we were talking about Balaam and Balak. Okay, and pretty much Balak wanted Balaam to come and put a curse on Israel. Okay, he was telling them, please come and curse these people for me. But Balaam could not. Okay, we talked about the backstory of Balaam, how he disobeyed the order of the Most High, and the angel of the Most High was about to come and destroy him and kill him and spare his donkey that was with him. But pretty much the donkey was saving him because he kept moving out the way, or the ass was saving him and kept moving out the way. All right. But then the angel of the Lord showed himself and was pretty much like, you got to do what I said. So with that, Balaam has now been blessing Israel. And Balaam was in the Midianite territory, and the Moabites and the Midianites were trying to come together to take care of Israel. Now, can anybody tell me, well, one person in the room, but can anybody tell me, or does anybody remember why the Midianites and the Moabites were so scared of Israel at this time? What did Israel do? Anybody remember? But Kapaya?
Everybody had already seen how the Lord delivered Israel, and I think there was another something that we conquered before we came down that way.
Yep. We had conquered the Amorites, we conquered Sihon and Og. Those were two the Amalekites, sorry. Amalekite kings, and they were really strong, and that put the fear in everybody because they were no slouch kings. Okay, so because of that, that put the fear in everybody else, and everybody was like, okay, well, these guys were. I said right. I didn't mean to say Amalekites. I was right. The Amorite. These were two Amorite kings. Sometimes I say Amalekites, Amorite. So many A's. I'm getting mixed up. But they were two Amorite kings. Okay, and they were, very known, and pretty much, they were slaughtered. So that's what scared the Moabites and the Midianites, and they were like, well, let's get the famous, pretty much seer of that area, which was Balaam. Okay, and Balaam, of course, was into the sorcery, the witchcraft, and he fooled people to think that he was really some true prophet. But of course, he'll be exposed later. But we know that the Most High, sent his angel to say you can only bless Israel. All right, so let's go there. We are in Numbers 20, chapter 24. We're going to read 24 and 25, and then 25, 1 through 5 in the Hebrew, and then in the English. Numbers chapter 24, verse 24 in the Hebrew. Go there. Numbers chapter 24, verse 24. Watadayam, Mayad, Katayam, what I now, Ashawar, what I was, Ibar, Wagum, Hawa, Ayya, Abba. Verse 25. Wayaquam, Bala'ain, Wayalak, Wayashab, Lama Kwamwa, Wagam, Malak, Halak, Haladarakwa. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 25, verse 1. Wayashab, Yasha'ala, Bashatim, Wayakol, Ha'ain, Laza Nawak, Al, Wanawak, Moab, verse 2. Was a Quran, La'ain, was a Bakia, Alahayo, so Alahaya Hun, Wayakol, Ha'ain, Wayashafatwa, La'alahayam, verse 3. Wayatazamah, Yasha'ala, Laba'al, Ha'aywar, Wayakar, Wayahala, Wayasha'ala, verse 4. Wayamar, Yahala, Al, Mashah, Quat, Kal, Ra'ashya, Ha'ayin, Wahawakwai, Awatham, Layahala, Nagad, Hashamash, Layashah, Karawam, Yahala, Layasha'ala, verse 5. Layamar, Mashah, Al, Shapatya, Yasha'ala, Haragwa, Ayat, Anasya, Anasua, Hanatazamadum, Laba'al, Ha'aywar. That's it. All right, now we're going to be reading, right? Now we're going to be reading this in the English. All right, now we're reading the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 24 in the English. Numbers chapter 24, verse 24 in the English. And ships shall come from the coast of Chittim, and shall afflict Asher, and shall afflict Eber, and he also shall perish ever. All right, and he's taking up a parable of the nations that were going to be round about Israel as they go into the land. Verse 25. And Balaam rose up and went and returned to his place. And Balak also went his way. So Balaam did not curse Israel. All right. Verse 25. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. Okay, and this is one of the reasons why a precept is Deuteronomy 7, where he says, your sons shall not lay with their daughters, because pretty much what will happen is they'll start going after their other gods. Okay, so pretty much, and this, you can see this in the world, this happened all the way even in the beginning, when Adam gave in to Eve. Okay, so a lot of times when Eve was going off, and she, Adam got convinced, and he went off, even though it was his responsibility not to. Okay, so she fell into transgression, and Adam was carried with it. Okay, but that's a lesson learned. That's what Moses says, do not go after the women of these other nations, because it will cause your sons to fall away. And this is what happened. They go to Moab, they see the women there, and they start going after the women, and what happens? They start sacrificing to their gods. Okay, and you got to think also, because there was temple prostitutes at this time too. So that was one of the ways to honor some of these gods, was to have orgies. Okay, that was one of the ways to honor them. Okay, so the men of Israel see this, see how the Moab women are, and they go after them, and they commit orgy. Verse 2, and they call the people into their sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat and bow down to their gods. A lot of times they would have a feast for gods, they would sleep with the women, and this is one of the ways, because some of their goddesses had the goddess of fertility. He said, this is what you're supposed to do. Verse 3, and Israel joined himself with Baal Peor, and the anger of the Most High was kindled against Israel, one of their gods. Israel joined with them. Verse 4, and the Most High said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Most High against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Most High may be turned away from Israel. This is not to play with. That they're going after other gods. And what happens when, like Paul said, a little leaven's the whole lump, causes everybody to go after. Well, they're doing it. And a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, sometimes it's the leadership. You got to think. A lot of times the leadership would cause Israel to go astray. So these could have been some of the leaders. And they're like, well, that leader's doing it, I should serve this God too. Verse 5, and Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one of his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And that's it. That's why that you're not supposed to join into another god. That's why in Deuteronomy 7 it talks about your son should not be joined to their daughter. A lot of times people start going after other gods. People look at modern day, they'll start to do Christmas, they'll start to do Easter, come over to my mother's house. My mother, I'm doing a sermon this week. Please come to the Sunday church. Mother's preaching. Well, they're having a Sunday dinner right after. Of course, there's ham at the table, and we're having a Christmas dinner. Then we're doing the Easter egg hunt for the kids. You all start to compromise. All right, that's why most I say don't join them. All right, now we're going to be reading the book of Numbers, chapter 25, 6 through 12. We're going to read that in the Hebrew first, and then in the English. Numbers chapter 25, verse 6. Wahana ayash mabanya yasha'ala ba'a yarakwa ba'a akyawa ba'a mabadayanya ba'ayanya masha wala ayanya ka aidah banya yasha'ala wahama baka bakyam patha ahal bawa'ai. Verse 7. Wayara'a baya nakas bun ala aizar bun aharan hakahan yarakwam mathawak ha'aida wayakwak ramak Bayadwa. Verse 8. Wayaba'a akar ayat yasha'ala al hakwabab wayadrak Shanyaham, Ayash, Yasha'ala, Wa'at, Ha'asha, all, Wa'atha, Wa'aizar, Hama, Gabaka, Ma'al, Banya, Yasha'ala, verse 9, Wayahayawa, Hamathyam, Bama, Gabka, Arabaiha, Wa'aishariam, Allah. Verse 10. Wa'yidabar, Yahweh, Musha, Amar. Verse 11. Payanakas. Bun, Allah Aizar, Bun, Aharan, Hakahan, Hashaya, Kama Taya, Ma'al, Bandi, Yasha'ala, Bakwan, Awa, Kwana Taya, Batha Wakam, Wala'a, Kolya Taya, Banya Yasha'ala, Bakwa Taya, Bakwa Taya, verse 12. Akan, Amar, Hananya, Nathan, Nawa'a, Barayataya, Shalom. And that's it. All right, let's go ahead and now we're going to read this in the English. All right, we're going to read this in the English. For Numbers chapter 25, verse 6 in the Hebrew. In the English. Numbers chapter 25, verse 6. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 2. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it and rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. All right. Now, I want a question actually to ask people. Okay, why would this man do that? Does anybody know why he would do that? Does anybody know why he would do that? Let me read that again. It says, one of the children of Israel came and brought up to his brother a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses and all the sight of the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Does anybody know why he would do that? Well, let's give some. Oh, what? You gonna say a couple of answers? Okay, well, he's actually showing her off. He's bringing her in peace. Oh no, well yeah, you're correct on that. Well, why would the man bring a Midianite woman and bring the friend? Well, there could be a couple of reasons to explain this. Number one, you got to think. A lot of times, especially us in Israel, when we think we go get a foreign woman, we think we got something better. Think about nowadays how, and this is not all of us, but some of us, when we become big, become rich, sometimes we go get the prize, and show it off in front of the cameras like we made it. Okay, so you got to think that same spirit was back then. I got a Midian woman. I got there's a word I'm thinking about. Yeah, we don't think so. I got an exotic woman, different. Look at her. So, you're showing off. Also, you got to think if these men were already. This man, I'm going to assume the Bible does not say it, so I'm not saying this exactly. But you look and you're getting some ideas. Is that this man was more than likely maybe not one of the people that maybe learned one of those practices when they were going over and making those sacrifices. Now, Moses hung the ones from the tree, but you never know. He might have learned that practice. Somebody told him, like, yeah, listen, we were showing off we got to show off the women before the gods, before the judges. Because you got to remember, when they would go into those temples and the prostitutes, they would show off and present the women in front of the false priests and the gods, and they thought they were getting cool points. Well, this man thought that this practice was going to be good in the tents of Israel. He was completely wrong. Okay, so there could be some clues of why he would just go and show her off. He thought maybe because the heathens did this. Remember, the heathens will do this. They'll go, they would show off their temple prostitute before the priests and before the false gods, and then they would sleep with them before them all. This is where the orgies and all, right in the temple. So he's probably thinking, well, I'm going to get some cool points, show her off in front of the leadership, in front of Moses, right in front of Moses. So you got to think, this is probably a false practice that he thought was going to work. And it did. Okay? Because let's keep reading. Verse 7, and when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. You got to remember, Phinehas was in training at this time under his father. Okay, Eleazar was under his father Aaron. Okay, so he was in training. Verse 8, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. Okay, now that's how that's one way to stop it too. Okay, everybody saw it and they're like, oh, well, I better not do that. Verse 10, and the Most High spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, had turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them. This shows that one person's righteousness, just like think about Yahweh Shah, can cause the Most High's anger to stop. One person can cause the Most High's anger, and one person can stop his anger. Okay? Through one man's unrighteousness, sin came into our nation, and through one man's righteousness, we were all brought back into the fold of Israel. Okay, so you got to think about that. While he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Remember, even Moses interceded. One man, Moses, remember, he interceded for Israel when the Most High was going to take him out. Verse 12, wherefore say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace. And that's it. All right, we're going to go ahead and keep reading. All right, we're going to read Numbers chapter 25, 13 through 18. And then we're going to read Numbers 26, verse 1. Numbers chapter 25, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Wahayata Lawa was a right wa, a cardiwa, Rayat, Not, Awalam, Bakaf, Bashar, from the Alahayawa, Wayakapar, Bundy, Yasha'ala. Verse 14. Verse 14, Wayasham, Yash, Yasha'ala, Hamakab, Bashar, Hakab, Hamadian, Yanna, Zamaria, Bum, Wa'ab, Nashaya, Hayat, Abba, Lama Shamai, Shamanaya. Let's Shamanya, with Sham, Hamaka, Hamadanya, Kazabia, Ba, Tazawar, Ra'ash, Amawat, Bayat, Abba, Bamadya, Young, Hawa, verse 16, Why you the bar, Yahweh, Mashallah, Amar. Verse 17, Tazawar, Hamad Yanyam, Wahaka Yatam, Awa Thumb, verse 18, Kayad, Tazarium, Lakam, Manakol Yahum, Ashar, Nakola, Nakaila, Nakola, Lakam, Al, the bar, I war, Wa'al, the bar, Tazabia, Bat, Nashaya, Madya, Madayan, Akatham, Mahamacha, Bayawam, Hamagapa, Al, the bar, I war, verse 19. Verse 19. Waya Yahweh, Akarya, Hamagapa, that's it. All right. This would be select. 1 second. Do this. This would be all right, let's go ahead and read that in English. Let's see Numbers 23, 13 through 19. Numbers chapter 26, verse 13. No, Numbers chapter 25, slide. Numbers chapter 25, verse 13, slide. It says, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God and made an atonement for the children of Israel. And does anybody know what priest, a famous priest of David that came from Phinehas' line? Does anybody know? Remember, because by the time that David was king, there was actually two priests. Sometimes there would be two priests. Does anybody know? And one priest was loyal to David and Solomon, and one priest was not loyal to Solomon. So does anybody know what the loyal priest that was that served David and served Solomon that was coming from the line of Phinehas? Anybody know? Okay, it was a famous priest, Zadok or Zadok. Okay, Zadok, and then the Most High even talked about Zadok in Ezekiel, how his descendants will be serving even in the temple. All right. Okay, let's keep it going. Verse 14. Now the name of the Israelite was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of the chief of the house among the Simeonites. Verse 15. And the name of the Midianitish woman was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zer. He was head over a people and of the chief house in Midian. Okay, and that's probably what he thought. Like, well, I got this chief woman, I got this, elders, Midianite woman. So in other words, he probably tried to show her off. Verse 16. And the Most High spoke to Moses, saying, vex the Midianites and smite them. Verse 18. For they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of the prince of the Midianite, their sister. Okay? And you got to think, too, if this is a Midianite prince's daughter, that's this Israelite felt like he was probably getting higher status, but he was slain because he was not supposed to do that, unalive, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake. All right. And that's it. Okay, now we're going to be reading the book of Numbers, chapter 26, 1 through 7. Let me break this down. Right. Okay, we're now going to be reading Numbers, chapter 26, 1 through 7. We're going to be reading in the Hebrew first, then in the English. Numbers chapter 26, verse 1. Wayamar Yahweh al Mashal Wa'al ala Izar Ban Aharan Hakahan La Amar. Verse 2. Sha'awah Ah Ra'ash Call Aidah Ban Yash'ala Maban Aisharium, Shana, Wama Aila, Laba Yath, Labayat, Salaki, Abathum, Call, Yataza, Tazaba'a, by Yasha'ala, verse 3, Wayadabar, Masha, Allah Izar, Hakahan, Athum, Ba'irabat, Mawa'a, Al, Yaradan, Yarakwa, Amar, Yarakawa, verse 4, so Amar, verse 4, Maban, Ashardim, Shana, Wama Aila, Kashar, Tazawa, Yahala, Atha'a, Mashab, Wabanya, Yasha'ala, Hayataza, Ayam, Marataza, Matazarian, verse 5, Ra'alban, Bakawar, Yasha'ala, Banya, Ra'alban, Kanawak, Mashapatak, no, Mashapatak, Haba Hakanakia, Lapol Wa'a, Mashapat, Hapalaya, verse 6, Lakatazaran, Mashapakat, Hakatazar Wanya, Lakaramya, Mashapakat, Hakaramya, verse 7, Allah, Mashapakat, Hara Awabanya, Wahaya Yawa, Pakwadyaham, Shalasha, Wa'araba'ayam, Allah, Washabai, Ma'awa, Washalashya. And that's it. All right, we're going to be reading the book of Numbers, chapter 26, 1 through 7 in English. And it came to pass after the plague, the Most High spoke unto Moses and Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saying, take the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, from 20 years old and upward, throughout their father's house, all that are able to go to war in Israel. And 20 years old is in Israel is what we consider pretty much adulthood. We know that the colonizers is 18, but according to the Bible, 20 years old is pretty much what we in the Hebrew culture consider adulthood. Verse 3. And Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, take the sum of the people from 20 years old and upward. The 20 years old was the time when men could actually go to war. So that's what we consider that the maturity age. And as the Most High commanded Moses and the children of Israel, which went forth out of the land of Egypt. Verse 5, Reuben, the eldest son of Israel, the children of Reuben, Anak, of whom cometh the family of the Hanakites, of Palul, the family of the Palulites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are families of the Reubenites, and they that were numbered of them were 43,730. All right, and that's it. All right. All right. Okay, now we're going to be reading. We're going to be reading Numbers, chapter 26. And we're going to be reading verses 8 through 15. We're going to read that in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read it in the English. Numbers chapter 26, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wabanya kalawa'a ala ya'aba ala ya'a. Verse 9. Wabanya ala ya'a nama wa Allah wa the thun wa aba yaram wa the thun wa aba yaram wa ya aida ashar atazawa mashar wa aharan wa aida korak bahatazatham yahab. Verse 10. But the pathak ha'arakata ya but the bala'ain a thumb wa korak bamawat haida but a call ha'ash Ah, Kamashim, Wama Athyam, Ayash, Wayahayawa, Lanas. Verse 11, Wabunya, Barak, La'ah, Mathwa. Verse 12, Bunya, Shemayon, Lama Shapatham, Lana Mawa'al Allah, Mashapakat, Hana Mawa'aliyah, La Yum, Mashapakat, La Yum, La Yakayan, La Yakayan, Mashapakat, Haya Kayanya. Verse 13, Lazarak, Mashapakat, Hazarakya, Lasha Wal, Mashapakat, Hasha Walya. Verse 14, Allah, Mashapakat, Hashamanaya, Ashanya, Asharyam, Allah. Wama Athyam, verse 15, Bunya, God, Lama Shapaktham, La Tazakwan, Mashapakat, Tazak, Wanya, Lakagya, Mashapakat, Hakagya, Lashawanya, Mashapakat, Hashawanya, and that's it. All right, now we're going to be reading Numbers chapter 26, 8 through 15 in English. Numbers chapter 26, 8 through 15, verse 8. And the sons of Palu, Eliab, verse 9. And the sons of Eliab, Nemiol, and Dathan, and Abiram. This is that Dathan and Abiram, which were famous in the congregation, who strove against Moses and against Aaron and the company of Korah when they strove against the Most High. Verse 10. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up together with Korah when that company died. What time the fire devoured 250, and they became a sign. Verse 11. Notwithstanding, the children of Korah died not. Now, does anybody know why the children of Korah did not die in the rebellion of their father Korah? Anybody know why? This is just some side stuff here. Remember, Korah, Abiram, and Dathan rebelled against Moses and Aaron. Okay? And they said, you take too much on yourself. And they rebelled. And Abiram and Dathan's family, Abiram and Dathan were swallowed up. Okay? And their families were swallowed up. Korah got swallowed up too, but his sons did not. Anybody know why his sons did not get swallowed up? Anybody know? All right, I'll give it to you. The reason is because Korah's sons did not join into their father's rebellion. Korah's sons were very smart. The families of Dathan and Abiram stood with their fathers. Okay? And they stood against rebellion against Moses and Aaron. Korah's sons did not stand with their father on that. They were like, you're on your own. Okay? All right? So that's why they were not standing more. And actually, the sons of Korah are Levites. So Korah was a Levite. And the sons of Korah actually made songs for Israel. Okay, so the sons of Korah, they knew better. And it's crazy because Korah and Moses and Aaron were related. They were related. Okay? So, but they were jealous of Aaron's priesthood. Remember, Aaron said, he's already given you, he's always called you out to be a Levite. You want the priesthood as well? Okay, and then they had to prove, they had to show that the priesthood was with Aaron and his descendants, not with other descendants. It was with Aaron and his descendants. That's what the Most High chose. Okay, but Korah was already a Levite. Okay, but they felt like Moses and Aaron took too much of themselves, and they wanted the priesthood as well. All right, let's go back. Verse 12. The sons of Simeon after their families of Nemuel, the families of the Menuelites, of Jamin, the family of the Jeminites, of Jacob, the family of the Jaconites. 13. Of Zerah, the family of the Zarahites, of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. Verse 14. These are the families of the Simeonites, 20 and 2,200. Okay, remember, Simeon was the second born after Reuben. Okay, the children, verse 15, the children of Gad after their families of Zephon, the family of the Zephonites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggai, of Shunite, the family of the Shunites. All right, and you got to think too, all of this records of these families, if Israel was keeping all these records of family, this kind of cuts this shows the bloodlines were very important. Okay, that the Christianity will try to say that bloodline is not important and it's all done well because the blood of Jesus. No, these bloodlines were very important. Okay, it's very important who you were, where you came from. That's why I'm like, yeah, I wish I would have been a qualified king if you did not come from Judah or from the line of David. And this shows the bloodlines were very important. And it's recorded in the Bible, so you know it's important to the Most High. All right, and that's it. All right. Read that. Right. All right. Now we're going to be reading. Okay. Oh, I read an extra scripture. That was my fault. Should have been 8 through 14. Now we're going to be reading. I'll just read 15. All right, now we're going to be reading Numbers chapter 26, 15 through 21 in the Hebrew. Okay, Numbers chapter 26, verse 15. Bunya God, Lamasha Pakathim, Lataza Akwan, Masha Pakat, Hataza Wanya, Lachagya, Masha Pakat, Masha Pakat, Hagya, La Shawanya, Masha Pakat, Hashawanya, verse 16. La'izanya, Mashapakat, Ha'azanya, La'arya, Mashapakat, Ha'arya, verse 17. La'arawa, Mashapakat, Ha'arawadya, La'ara alaya, Mashapakat, Ha'ara alaya, verse 18. Allah, Mashapakat, Bunya, God, Lapa Quadya, Araba'ayam, Allah, Wakamash, Ma'awah, verse 19. Bunya, Yahweh, Ar, Wa'awanan, Wa'yamath, Ar, Wa'awanan, Wa'arakatha, Kama'ayin, verse 20. Wa'yahaywa, Bunya, Yahweh, Lamasha Pakat, Pakatham, Lashala, Masha Pakat, Pashalanya, Laparakata, Masha Pakat, Paparakazaya, Lazarak, Masha Pakat, Harazakya, verse 21. Vayahayawa, Bunya, Parakaza, Lakatazara, Masha Pakat, Hakar Tazaranya, Lakama Masha Pakat, Hakamawalia. And that's it. All right, we're going to go ahead and read this in the English. Read this in the English. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 26. We're going to read 15 through 21 in the English. Numbers chapter 26, verse 15. The children of Gad after their families of Zephon, and the family of the Zephonites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggites, of Shunai, the family of the Shunites, verse 16. Of Ozni, the family of the Oznites, of Eri, the family of the Erites, verse 17. Of Ara, the family of the Aradites, of Erilah, the family of the Erilites, verse 18. These are the families of the children of Gad, according to those that were numbered of them, 40,500. Verse 19, the sons of Judah were Er and Onan, and Er and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Judah after their families, remember Er and Onan I think Er was the firstborn, and he died, and then his brother Onan was supposed to produce seed for his brother. Remember, if your brother died and he did not have seed, the other brother was supposed to go to the wife and carry on his seed. But we know Onan did not do that. He did not want to. He slept with the woman, but he didn't, put his seed into the woman, and the Most High unalived him because of that. He was disobedient. Okay, so them two died. All right, let's go back. We're in verse. Okay, so verse 20. And the sons of Judah after their families were Shelah, the family of the Shelonites, and Pharez, the family of the Pharezites, of Zerah, the family of the Zarahites. Verse 21. And the sons of Pharez were of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, and Hamul, the family of the Hamulites. All right, that's it. All right. All right, now we're going to be reading the book of Numbers, chapter 26. We're going to be reading 22 through 28 in the Hebrew. Numbers, chapter 26, verse 22. Allah, Mashakah, Yahweh, Laka, Quadyahum, Shashka, Ha, Washaba'ayim, Allah, Wakamash, Wa'awah, verse 23. Bunya, Yashashakar, Lama Shakathum, Sawala'ai, Masha Pakas, Sahala Walaya, Lapawa'a, Masha Pakas, Hakawanya, verse 24. Laya Shawab, Masha Pakas, Haya Shawabya, Shamarwan, Masha Pakas, Mashamari, Nishamaranya, verse 25. Allah, Mashapakat, Yashashakar, Lapa Quadyahum, Arabaiha, Washashayam, Allah, Washalash, Ba'awaf, verse 26. Verse 26. Bunya, Zabawalan, Lamasha Pakathum, Masha Pakat, Asaradia, Awala one, Masha Pakat, Ha'alayanya, Laya Kala Allah, Masha Pakat, Hayaka Alaya, 27. Allah, Masha Pakat, Zaba'al Lanya, Lapa Quad Yahum, Shatayam, Allah, Waka Mash, Ma'awaf, verse 28. Bunya, Yawasak, Lamasha Pakathum, Manasha, Ba'apari, and that's it. One second. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and read this in the English. We're going to be reading Numbers chapter 26. We're in verses 22 through 28. Numbers chapter 26, verse 22. These are the families of Judah according to those that were numbered of them 16,500. Verse 23. Of the sons of Issachar, after their families of Tola, the family of the Tolanites, Pua, the family of the Punites, and of Jephthah, the family of the Jessupites, Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. Verse 25. These are the families of Issachar, according to that were numbered of them 4,300. Of the sons of Zebulun, after their families of Sarah, and the family of the Saranites of Elam, and the family of the Elonites of Jahaleel, the family of Jahaleelites. Verse 27. These are the families of the Zebulunites, according to those that were numbered of them, 3,500. Verse 28. The sons of Joseph, after their families, were Manasseh and Ephraim. And remember, Joseph got pretty much a double. He had Ephraim and Manasseh. And remember, Jacob blessed both of them. Okay, and he put them pretty much amongst the sons of Israel. Okay, that's why when you think of Joseph, you have to think of both tribes, Ephraim and Manasseh. But sometimes in Scripture, when it's talking about Ephraim, it's talking about Joseph, because Ephraim usually it was the larger tribe. Okay, Ephraim was the larger tribe. Remember, the father said that Manasseh would be great. Manasseh was actually the eldest, but he said that Ephraim would be greater. Ephraim was pretty much the large tribe. When Israel split, Ephraim was pretty much the dominant tribe. All right, and that's it. All right. Okay. All right. This is only requires me up here. I might, which means stand. Just a minute. Why, yes, y'all? This is for everybody. I might, which means to stand. Wapanya Hakudam, which means five, rise and face east. The east is behind me. We're going to read the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. I'm going to read it in the English. The Lord's Prayer. Abinah, Shabbat Shabbat, Quadat, Hayat, Shabkat, Yahab, Malakwaka, Kaba'ah, Ritazai, Hayat, Aisha, Ba'aratza, Kawad, Hayat, Bashamai, Nathanael, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kabawatna, Kasalakna, Kabawatna, Wala'ah, Labia'ayna, Manasayawam, Abal, Habashaya, Bayat, Ra, Kayat, Lakam, Hamalaka, Waha'ala, Wahatapa'ara, Ma'alamin, Amar, and in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. No sweat. No sweat. You can see what we're hanging up right. Right? This is Hakat the power. This is Hakat the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashiyah. Babakusha. Nathanael. Hakat. Hakat. Larapa'ah. Kamaka Allah. Wakoma Allah. Hakat. Latahar. Hamatazarite. Hakat. Lahakia. Hamakia. Arakawa. Hatama Allah. Lagarashan. Bahashiyah. Bawara. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you, so be it. This is the blessed Israel, Yahweh, Bahashiyah, Barakah, Wayasha'ala, Wahabiyah, Sapari, Barak, Bahashiyah, the water among. And in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh, thank you. So be it. This is Psalm 121. Aisha Ayamin, Ahahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izari, Ra'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamoyan, Wa'aratisa, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yashan, Shamamar, Yasha'alam, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yaminka, Yamamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Baliyala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makora, Shamar, Yashamar, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaatka, Wawaka, Mayata, I will up. And in the English. And in the English, I will lift my eyes into the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, for even forevermore. So be it. This is Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahai, Al-Mayalaka, Al-Parash, or Al-Ashaqwa, Al-Kayahana, Awayaka, Yahamayawan, Woman Shanaka, Neshawa, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Yamayamla, Sawa, when you think your eyes to the world, I'll just have a wonder. Amara, Lakawa, Wanakakina, Magonia, Wayila, Yasakar, Shamya Shala, Iwa, Kaya, the Wa'at to the Wa, La, Yakabwa, Al-Yakab, Baryat, Yakarafwa, Ahoya, Arawam, Washimai Eliam, Wa'aba, Bahagarian, Gabal, Wa'analam, Wa'amalak, Palasha, and Yeshabian, because of war, Gamash war. Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawai, Labanyalawa, Salah, Aikilaham, Kamatin, Kasayasara, Kayabin, Manakol, Hoyashim, Nishamatam, Ba'ayan, the Arab, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Sayatama, Nabiyawa, Ira, because the Abba, because the Bat, because the Zolmana, going to say, come, Ashar, Amarwa, Rasha, Lanawa, Naawa, Alahayan, Sayatama, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapaniraka, Ash, the Iria Iron, Palahaba, Palahat, Harian, Khan, the Radatma, Basarika, Wasapaka, the Bahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Webakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Webahoa, Ayai, Wekaparwa, Weabadwa, Weda'iwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Ayawan, Akal, Ha'arakaza, Amma. And in the English, Psalm 83 in the English. I will keep not thy silence in your house. Hold not thy peace, and be not still in your house. For lo, thy enemies make a toll, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Israelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher is also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kissar, which perished at Endor. And they became as dung for the earth. Make the nobles like a rat, and like the head. Yea, all their princes, as Zavah, and as the moon, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as the stump before the wind, as the fire burns the wood, and as the flame sets the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy sword. Fill the places with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, that they be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the Most High over all the earth. So be it. This is a blessing of the power structure. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Allah Hayim, wa Tazamya, Allah Wakyahan, Ha Allah Wakya, Ha Sabranya, Akwata Yamin, Hakayolim, wa Ha Akrakian, Yahweh, Bashir Yahweh Shai, the Wakyahan. Then the angels, blessing Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and Michael and the angels, manager Yahweh, the general, the captain, the officers, the troopers, and the assistants. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so big. These are the curses. Blessing you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now, right now. To the evils and curses, punishment and destruction. To the heathen that speak against us, the prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the fools. To the evils and curses, the punishment and destruction. To the heathen and sacred the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter to thy sanctuary. To the evils and curses, the punishment and destruction. To the Edomites and the nations and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments are our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, or Air Force, Marine, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the air, the cable access channel, the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of our people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction for all the heathen, for standing in the way, for trying to stop us, for broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let this all the plague, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague take the house of the thief and the murder. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak our word. Cause we know by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause we spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake as I come. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, always, so be it. Sorry, turn. This concludes the service. Sister Yeshua. We're going to salute the men of Israel. Men of Israel, Amen. Shabbat, Amen. Barak, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Matah, Sar, which means to turn. Sister, Ahmad. Men of Israel, give 136 salute to the sister. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bashim Yahushua.
Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bashim Yahushua.
Yahweh Class next.
We got black Latinos and Native Americans. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right, that shit go. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Right. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that. That shit go right. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that right. That shit go.
B-Raw, when I go to war, got a habit to the van. Tryna cut the scene is something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar head hanging out the car window when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? When anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before.
That shit go.
Nah, for real though. B-Raw.
Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that right. That shit go.
Nah, for real though. B-Raw.
Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that.
How about Yahushua?